Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another dream today. Hello, guys. Welcome. Come on in. Get excited. We are playing Z.A.T.O. I Love the World and Everything in It, which, if you haven't been with us, is a mystery psychological horror visual novel about a girl who goes missing, and her name is Ira. She goes missing, and the only person that really seems to care is our main character, Asya, who struggles with low self-esteem and struggles with maybe some trauma from her peers. But she's a very interesting character, and she's the only one that seems to be concerned about Ira being missing. So we're navigating the minefield of different relationships that Ira had while she was here in town with us, and what we know and what we don't know about her. So yeah, we'll jump into it. We're gonna go to the let's see. Oh, like no barking. We're gonna load here, I think. Yeah, and we're gonna look at the log. But after we looked in the log, Asya had this moment of being like, you know, I need to send off my signal into the universe, and so I need to climb to the highest peak, or I need to focus my wavelengths so that they can reach the universe, and the universe will know how grateful I am and how happy I am and whatnot. And I think it's mostly her trying to convince herself that she is grateful, that she is happy, that she's not upset, that she's not sad, that she doesn't feel like she's missing something, because she does go through a lot of like trials and tribulations as a young woman in school and whatnot. She did have this flashback kind of horror dream where she was looking at the time on a building, and it kept saying different numbers, and so she couldn't read it properly, and so she was like, okay, I must be dreaming. And she closed her eyes, she opened them again, and she was inside the auto shop, and she could hear other people talking. She's crying out to them. I see red words? That was scary. She was crying out to them. She eventually decides that she needs to get out. She finds the window, she breaks the window, she comes out, my arm swings down. Who are you? Asya? And then she wakes up, and now we are here with Marina, who, if you remember from last time, has been a friend to us since Ira has gone. She was friends with Ira before, and her brother were helping Ira with her with Ira's mental issues. She had some kind of like hysterics problem. So yeah, let's see what Marina has to say. Let's see. Man, the constant dark is making me depressed already. I hate this time of year. Is it that bad? It's not like there's no light at all. You call that light? It's dingy mist all afternoon. I feel like I got shoved into a smokestack. Can you go crazy from vitamin D deficiency? Yes, you can. Do people die from that? Maybe not die, but they can go crazy, I think. I don't think so. And, personally, I find it rather nice. Everything looks so gentle. It just makes me all moody. The guys made fun of me for that. Can you imagine? Ain't it normal to feel down when you're not getting any sun? I heard it's pretty common, yes. You wilt like a sad little flower. Exactly. You're so right. I'm a dental riz, freezing to death. I waste away, no photosynthesis, no water, no nothing. There. You'll get your sunlight soon. Not until the end of winter, I won't. Anyway, I wonder how we haven't run into you yesterday. I thought we'd see you by the library or something. What? Oh, I just went to the outskirts. It's really, serene out there. Serene, you say? Yes. It is a little dim right now, but it's very beautiful too. Ew. I never thought of going there this time of year. A bit too cold for walks, you know? Yeah, I understand. But hey, maybe I'm missing something. Like this season's charm and all. Huh? Hey, maybe I'll tag along sometime. I could use a change of scenery. Oh, that would be great. Please do, whenever. Yay! Then count me in. You know, our recent hangouts have been kinda sucky. Oh. Not with you, with my friends. Some of them have these stupid curfews now. Half of us had to be home by 7. Oh my god, that's so early. 7? Can you believe that? Oh, wow. Why now? Parents are worried because of Ira being gone. I mean, I get it, but it's been 4 days. Yeah. No news on your end, I figure? Nothing. Marina's face darkens. She sighs. The adults organized a search party this weekend. She could be out there frozen. Maybe you've heard? No. My dad was home. Mom too. I see. Well, my brother went. And? She shakes her head. As expected. If the search party found anything, it would already be the talk of the town. It's comforting in a way. If they found Ira's body after so long, no, I'd rather not think about that. You know what I've been thinking? That she left the city? No. She has to be at someone's place. Of course, this possibility has also crossed my mind. But all the arguments in its favor sounded either too morbid or far-fetched. You mean she was kidnapped? I don't know. She could be staying on her own accord. But where would that be? I can't think of anyone Ira would trust that much. Well, there's the two of us for starters. Huh? We're the last 2 people that saw her, right? Who's to say one of us ain't guilty? But we weren't even that close. And Ira, she's not in my apartment. How do I know if you're telling the truth? Marina, I don't like this joke. Sorry. I'm just speaking from the point of view of the investigation. Ask me the same thing, I'll stumble the same way. The only means to prove my innocence would be a house search. I kinda have a theory on what might be going on. You do? Yep. It's more of a hunch, but the more I think about it... Marina looks around. I didn't like whispering about stuff like this at school, though. You know what? How about I call you later? Oh, like in the evening? Yeah. Can I have your number? Yes, of course. I pulled out a scrap of paper and scratched the digits into it with a dull pencil. Thanks. I have some plans before that, so I'll dial as soon as I'm back. Won't be too late with everyone getting dragged home at baby hours. Does 8 sound good? Sure. I'm going to the library anyway. Have fun out there. I'll sure as hell try. You have an enriching experience? I will, thanks. Marina runs off. Man, now I have to wait until evening to find out. I wanted to wind down a little after school, but now I'll be all restless. Well, maybe not. I haven't visited the library in a long while. Maybe that's why I've been so stressed in the past months. It's always nice and quiet there. I'm sure it'll help me relax. I make my way back to class. Hey, Shabina. Oh my god, it's Vadim. Hey. Did we, have no homework? Your notebook's empty. Oh. No, we did. I'm pretty sure... Well, where is it? Nowhere. I didn't do it. A surprised hum rolls through their whole group. That's okay, I'm also a little shocked. Oh-ho. Is someone getting rebellious? No. It just slipped my mind. Ah, classic. Ah, right. Taking some time off for yourself is great and all, but you gotta come up with a better excuse. I'm serious though. Really? Yes. Well, you know, that's good. It would be pretty selfish of you to start ditching homework altogether. Huh? We all rely on you, you know. Yeah, you're the best. You're so smart. What would we do without you? You hear that? The people need you, Shubina. Okay, we'll forgive you this time, but don't get used to it. Anyways, Lakin. Huh? What? Pass the notes. The Russian ones? No, fucking Japanese. You're supposed to be smart, aren't ya? Okay, there. I really did forget. After yesterday's prank, my head was all over the place. Really, school was the last thing on my mind. Although that does remind me. I turned back towards the boys who were now preoccupied with copying Lakin's homework. Baden? He clicks his tongue. You see I'm busy? Yes, but shut up. He briefly glances at me. If you want something, ask me later. Okay. The bell rings right as Garin finishes his notes, so I don't get the chance to ask him, not until the lesson ends. At least the teacher doesn't check my homework. She's used to always having it prepared. I feel like I've just abused someone's trust a little. Aw. That's okay, honey, you're fine. After the lesson is done, I catch up to Garin in the hallway. What? I wanted to ask you about yesterday. Yesterday? His face twitches. He looks back at his friends. The hell are you talking about? I saw you on the street, so... what's this about? It's whatever. You go on ahead, guys. Alright. See ya. Garin runs towards me, and before I can understand what's going on, I feel my side hitting the wall. Ow! Oh, he's pissed. What the fuck did you see? He dragged me, no, more like threw me behind the nearest corner. What the fuck did you see, Shubina? What do you want? I saw you walking from there, so I know you did that. The prank. What? The prank at the car repair. I just wanted to know how you managed to do that. And also how you knew... What prank? What are you on about? I know you did that. Don't pretend. I saw you walking, looking guilty. It's okay, I think that's a pretty funny prank. I mean, I'd rather you didn't prank me like that anymore, but I've never seen anything like it. How did you do that? It was like a magic trick. Magic? The hell? Shubina, are you high? The hell do you think I did? Change the schedule. The one on the door of the car repair shop. I saw it. Why would I do that? Come on, Adam. I know it's just one of your jokes. If you don't want me to, I won't tell anyone. It's just that it's pretty obvious. I just want to understand how you knew about that. Garin takes a step back, looking at me up and down. Did you have a weird dream or something? No. Why can't you just answer me? He sighs and runs a hand through his hair. I know you don't get out much, but stores change their working hours all the time. It's freaking normal. No, not like that. It's not about the hours. I want to know, how did you know that I'd be going there? How did you know about Tosia? Huh? He stares at me as if he's so confused, as if he doesn't get it. But I know he does. He's just pretending not to for some reason. Garen's afraid he'll get in trouble for messing up the metal plate. Duh, of course. That has to be it. He really didn't think this one through, did he? Okay, I don't know what happened, but you're talking nonsense. He turns away. Thanks for wasting my time, I guess. He's leaving. He's going back to the hallway. No, he can't go. Wait! I grab onto his sleeve. He shakes me off. Damn it, get off me! I said I have no clue what you're babbling about. But Tosia's... I don't know any fucking Tosias. He walks off hastily as if I were contagious. Why? This doesn't make sense. Garin has never had any issue admitting to a prank. Didn't he take pride in pulling them off? So if he managed something so elaborate, shouldn't he be bragging about it to the boys? Why is he so dead set on playing dumb? It sure seemed like he had something in mind when I mentioned seeing him from across the street, so it's not like I made anything up. Even if he's scared of being charged for defacing the timetable, he's going to be a bit overboard with the whole oblivious act, isn't he? Maybe he doesn't really have any idea what you're talking about. No. Maybe I'm looking at this from the wrong angle. I'm being too cynical. I'm expecting too little of this kind, beautiful world. Garin might not be thinking about himself at all. I didn't even consider this possibility, but what if his feeling isn't fear? What if it's regret? It's never happened before. He's never been one to show remorse, and why should he? It's all just a harmless game. But maybe he realized that yesterday was a little too much, so when he saw how scared I got, he chose not to tell anyone. He thought it'd be better to act like it never happened, just like those boys did. Of course he never apologized, there's nothing to apologize for, but not gloating about it. For Garin, it's as good as saying sorry. Garin, it must have taken so much from you. Is that why you look nervous? You were already doubting yourself, regretting your actions as you fled the crime scene? I'm sorry. I didn't understand what you were feeling right away. I didn't get why you denied it all so fervently. But it's okay. I see it now. I didn't hear their conversation with Marina. That's a false statement. But if I pretend it's true, if I don't do anything with that information, if I don't change the way I see either of them, then it becomes reality. I can't be objectively disproven. Nothing happened at the car repair shop. If both me and Garin believe that, if both of us act like that is the truth, it will just become that. That's incredible. I never would have thought he'd do something like that. I didn't know he understood such things. I'm still not sure how he learned about Tosia saving me, or how he knew that I'd go there again. I'm sure he's heard about the incident, but I suppose stuff like that is not important anymore. You've offered me the option to undo what happened yesterday. It's very special coming from someone like you, and I appreciate the sentiment. I won't refuse. Thank you for that, madam. Thank you so much. I think Asy's losing it. I think she's avoiding the mystery so hard that she's avoiding reality. She's creating this own reality in her head where people are kind and they regret things, and the mean boy gives her a chance to forget about what happened at the car repair shop, where apparently she was being bullied at some point and she had to knock out a window and be saved. I don't know. But it's clear that Asya's interpretation of reality is different than what's actually going on with the other characters, and we understand this through the interactions with the other characters. Not so much Asya telling us about it, but more about observing these other characters. So like Vadim, for example, Garin, he's clearly hiding something. He has some kind of beef with Marina about some kind of disease or something that Marina was able to overcome that is affecting his brother, and he is going out to do shady things, and we don't know what he's doing, but he's going out to do these shady things and he doesn't want to be caught. And so like us saying, oh, we saw you the other day while he was out doing something shady, like throws a wrench in his plan, so we got mad. But it's not what we were thinking, it's not what Asya was thinking, it's something else, clearly, because he doesn't know what she's talking about, and he's like rebuffing her because she's not making any sense. So this is interesting. We have a main character who is not reliable, and I think that's a really fun way to have this game. I think it's a fun story to tell, because we get two sides of the same coin. We get the same universe, but we get it told in two different ways, one from Asya and one from our perspective as watching Asya interact with these other characters. So interesting. Like it enough. No barking. The town library. It feels like it's been ages since I last visited here. Objectively, it's very small. My mind involuntarily compares it to the Lenin Library in Moscow. I was so blown away by its sheer size during our 6th grade field trip. In contrast, this tiny reading hall borders on being claustrophobic. Its walls are the same shade of green as the school's cafeteria or the corridor of a children's clinic. And yet, I still feel right at home. The book selection isn't huge, and I've read through pretty much everything I was interested in multiple times, but it's a quality over quantity kind of thing. and we have some wonderful editions of the classics. I've heard most small-town libraries get low-quality prints, so I suppose it's where our closed-town privilege comes in. Interesting. I wonder if the same applies to cinema. I'm too shy to watch movies all alone, so I don't know a whole lot about the local lineup. I should ask Marina about that. Asinka, long time no see. Where have you been, sweetheart? Hello, Lilia Ivanova. I'm sorry, I've been going out more. Ah, that's lovely. Don't apologize. I've always said a young girl like you shouldn't spend all her days cramped up in here. But I like being cramped up in here. I missed it. Lilia Ivanova smiles. Novna? Yeah, she's the librarian. It's not that we're particularly close, we just exchanged some pleasantries whenever I've come by, so I didn't expect her to be happy to see me again. I suppose she doesn't get too many visitors. I feel a pang of guilt deep in my chest. Actually, do you have, Angelique by Anne Golan? Oh dear, I'm afraid we don't. But you know, my daughter used to love those books a lot. I'll ask if I could lend you a few volumes. Oh, you don't have to. Please, it's no trouble at all. You're a sweet girl, I'm sure she won't mind. Thank you so much. Of course. Aw, gee, now I feel even worse for not stopping by. Next time I'll bring Lilia Ivanovna a box of chocolates. I browse the shelves. It's a bit of a shame I can't see what Angelique's all about. But I'm not really in the mood for something like that, if I'm being honest. I want to read something familiar. Something easy. Something like 100 Years Ahead by Bulchev. Perfect. I sit on my usual spot. It's probably embarrassing to read children's books my age, but I don't want anything heavy today. I don't want anything sad. I've read this one so many times before. If I were caught by Nazis and the only way to live was to recite a passage from this book, I'd probably survive. Why would the Nazis want that? Listen, it's a hypothetical situation. Oh right, there was this adaptation made last year. Everyone really liked it. I thought it was okay. I mean, it wasn't bad. I'm glad more people saw the story, but that's not how I imagine the stuff from the book at all. And another annoying thing, now I just keep imagining the movie version as I read. Crap. I need to keep the way I've always pictured it in my mind. I really need to focus. My concentration increases with every flip of the page. I need to keep the futuristic tech in mind. I need to keep the future world in mind. I need to keep the present world in mind. I need to keep the aliens in mind. I need to keep the phone in mind. I need to keep everyone's face in mind. I need to keep Werder's face in mind. Who's Werder? I need to keep Kolya's face in mind. I need to keep Alice's face in mind. I need to keep Tosia's face in mind. Uh-oh, Tosia again. I need to keep her face in mind. Keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. Ah, this isn't helping me relax at all. I shut the book and slumped down on the table. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to read this. I wanted something I wouldn't need to think too hard about. Well, it's no biggie. The kids section has plenty of other stuff. I get up and go grab something else. A fairy tale will do. Morozko. This is a really good edition. Something about it always fascinated me in a way I found hard to place. Perhaps it was the tone. The folk version had a more morbid ending compared to the published story. That's how it often is with fairy tales. But this retelling, something about it has always felt off to me, even when I read through it as a little kid. It felt like the text was covering up something I shouldn't see. Are you warm, my lass? I am, Morozko, Mashenka responded, shivering. Morozko leaned in lower, cracking and clicking. I really think children like being scared. Even when there's no reason to, they'll try their hardest to come up with one. You can stare at a beautiful book illustration and refuse to trust it. You can read a short and sweet cautionary tale and imagine something horrific. Are you warm, my lass? Are you warm, my beauty? I am, Morozko, Mashenka responded, teeth chattering from the cold. The frost grew stronger. The girl's cheeks burned bright red. She breathed white mist. Her fingers barely moved. Are we all thrill seekers as children? Maybe it's a simple survival instinct. Always prepare yourself for the worst. Always imagine a scary face staring from the dark. Always think twice about what hides behind a smile. Are you warm, my lass? Are you warm, my beauty? Are you warm, my dear? Oh, so warm, Morozko, the girl responded, her voice growing silent. No, that doesn't sound right. What a depressing life it would be if we always had to scare ourselves into experiencing its best moments. At least I'm not like that anymore. I don't imagine scary things where there are none. Because I know the world better than that. I know there is way more to love than there is to despise or fear. Again, with her rejecting reality. It's not some impulsive emotional choice, no, it's the only rational conclusion to everything. Then Mariska took pity on the girl. He wrapped Mashenka in a heavy fur coat, covered her in a blanket of snow, and warmed her up. Right. I'm flipping through one stunning picture to another. This is far more enjoyable than the original. The folktale is predictable. It's so simple and crude, it's underwhelming. The good girl respects the rules of the ritual and lives. The bad girl breaks the rules and rides back to her mother as a frozen corpse. It's an interesting piece of folklore. But the idea of it, I'm not sure what a modern kid could glean from that. Maybe Garin was right. I am getting rebellious. Although, if we look at Morosco, the entity, as if he were the extension of the universe's will. Oh, I think I'm getting it. The real meaning, of course. That's what it is. Morosco is the natural order. It's the will of the world. Yes, you may fear it. You can find yourself in a situation when any positive feeling towards it may seem impossible, but you must gather all your strength to love it still. And then, you will surely be rewarded. Yes, yes, yes. How have I never noticed it before? It's been beating me over the head all along. Now I see. In that sense, it's an incredible story. In that sense, every child across the world has got to read it. I looked at another page I've never seen before. It's Mariska and Mashenka, and I've read the character's face smiling wide and looking right at me. I did it. I got the message. The lesson you've been trying to get through to me all these years. I finally understood it. This is my little celebration. This is my little acknowledgement. Today I've realized something very good and important. I stare at the page, this never before seen page, and I am filled with gratitude. I know that it's just for me and my eyes only. Nobody in the world but me has seen those smiles. What an incredible honor. I'm such a lucky girl. Goodbye, Lilia Ivanovna. Oh? Goodbye, Asya. Stay safe. Of course I'll be safe. Because I've got this amazing blessing, this acknowledgement on my side. I'll be okay no matter what. Is that false positivity again? Luring us into a sense of security with Asya, but I don't trust it. I know there's horror lurking behind the scenes. There's horror out there. Hello? Evening! I hear Marina's cheery voice on the other end of the phone. Good evening, Marina. You're late. Huh? What do you mean? It's basically 8. It's a quarter past. Maybe I should have been the one to call. Sorry, I wasn't aware we're on a timer. Being a little late is fashionable, you know? I'm not very fashionable. Well, you can always change that. And be late? For starters. You can also make your hair all wild. Ever seen Nastya from my class? She has this crazy perm. I don't know how to do that. Also, I think my dad would kill me. You go to a salon for it. I kind of want to get one. Lev says I'd look stupid, but what does he know? That guy dresses like a total schlub. Isn't she worried he could hear her? Oh, right. How was your library trip? Oh, well, it's a library trip. It was good. Come on, at least try to make it sound interesting. Well, I'm kidding. You don't have to. It was enlightening. Perhaps everything I believed until today was wrong. But the me you're speaking to right now is a much wiser and braver person than before. That trip was pivotal. It was monumental. Whoa. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. Never underestimate the quiet types, they say. Asya is one of those quiet types that if you were at an American high school, she'd probably end up being a shooter. She's got a lot of psychological breaks happening. There's very much a rejection of reality with her, and it's not going to go well because you can't just view reality this way. You have to. She's not accepting it. She thinks she is, but she's not. She's avoiding everything that's bad. How was your hangout? Neither pivotal nor monumental, I'm afraid. Sat at the cafe, looked at some magazines, got the new Rovesnik. You read that one? Oh no. I read, The Young Naturalist and Coster. That does sound like you. What's that supposed to mean? Sorry. Didn't mean it in a bad way. But I mean, aren't you curious about something more, grown up? I read grown up stuff all the time. Oh yeah? Like what? Books? Dad's newspapers? Mom's magazines? Oh, so mature. Well, what mature stuff do you read, Marina? The good stuff. Rovesnik, Work Shift, Robotica, Fashion of the Socialist Republics. How's that last one mature? You know what, Asya? I gotta lend you some of these. You'll love them. Eh? I don't know, I'm not really into... No, I'm serious. You're gonna love Work Shift. They had this crazy story about a drug dealer last month. You have to check it out. There was one about a foreign prostitute or something a couple issues ago too. I'll look for it. Those do really sound interesting. Alright. I'm not sure my dad would like me reading that though. That's so. Well then we can read together. Really? Yeah. I'll bring some this week. Okay. To be quite honest, I've been curious about all those publications for a while. Last year I even bought myself an issue of Rovesnik. I read all of it in one sitting. But then Dad found out and, well, it wasn't worth it. I guess I could just buy the issues and keep reading them right away. Then, I could throw them away, but that really sounds wasteful. Oh, maybe I could donate them to the library? That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. Although if Marina will share her magazines with me, I might as well save my allowance. Right, so let's get back on topic. The reason I called you. Oh, here we go. Yes. There's a long pause on the other end of the phone, almost as if Marina was bracing herself. Remember to talk about Ira's condition? Yes, Ira had hysterics. She had a panic disorder of some kind. She was not doing well. Of course. Of course. Well, here's the thing. I told you how Ira can get into these states when she isn't quite there. Usually she could snap out of those. It took some time, maybe a couple minutes, maybe even hours, but she got over it. And as time went on, it grew more and more difficult. The treatment helped. The pills acted as stabilizers. So it was like the pits in her mind became more shallow. They still formed, but they became easier to manage, easier to climb from. And when Ira stopped taking them, it was like being dropped right in the middle of a canyon. Marina paused. The way she spoke sounded as if she had to force out every word, made worse by the muffled receiver. And that's just half the problem. There's more? When you stay in that state for too long, you begin to deteriorate. Huh? The human brain isn't made to handle that sort of stress. So as a result, our consciousness, our higher functions start to decay. In other words, we gradually lose what makes us human. I don't know if it's irreversible, but from all I've heard, that's how it is. I feel a cold lump in my throat. Higher functions deteriorating? Losing what makes us human? Just what the hell kind of illness is that? When we saw Ira that day, it seemed like she'd been out of it for hours. So there's a high chance that if she didn't snap out of it soon after, her consciousness began to fall apart. But here's the thing. She couldn't have run off in such a state. Finding a place to hide would also be extremely difficult. She wouldn't be capable of coming up with the covert hiding spot. At least not anything that multiple search parties would manage to overlook. So someone's hiding her. So what do you think she did? She went home. You know how walking home can kind of feel like autopilot? It's not something you need to actively think about. So even if Ira became completely dazed, it's very possible she still found her way home. Although it must have taken her a while. I don't get it. She was declared missing that same evening. If she came back, why would they file the report? I think they really did believe she disappeared. I told you, it could have taken her a very long time. Hours even. Ira's mind was in tangles. She likely had no clue how long it took. So, what you're saying is, Ira's parents filed the missing report when she didn't come home as usual? But that was probably late at night. Yeah, the report was filed somewhere after 23 o'clock. Then, after they already called the police, Ira returned. Yep. So why wouldn't they call off the report? She sighs. Well, that's the nasty part. Huh? Let's say Ira showed up a couple hours later. At 1 o'clock, maybe 2 o'clock, something like that. Consider the state she would be in by that point. Consider how Ira kept her condition secret. How she avoided both her home and public places. For all we know, it was her parents' first time seeing her like that. And if it wasn't in that extreme a state, head hanging low, blabbering nonsense, legs unstable, well, at first they probably thought she was drunk or high. They screamed at her, they demanded to know what she was doing, where, with whom. But then they'd stop. They'd realize something was wrong. Maybe they'd feel it in their gut. Something about the way she slumped against a chair, or the way that she kept muttering nonsense, or the way that her eyes seemed both glazed over and alert at the same time. It had to be unsettling. No, more like really freaking scary. So, they might have panicked. Panicked? Well, maybe that's the wrong word. They tried to be rational. A panic kind of rational. Do you remember our talk at the cafe? No, that was a while ago. Yes? Their family has a reputation to uphold. Whatever means of it, at least. Their daughter's already the problem child. The difficult, the unstable one of the bunch. What do you think people would say if Ira coming home looked like she got shot up God knows what substance? Or better yet, returning way past midnight, mumbling like a lunatic. You're not saying that. I'm saying that it would be inconvenient. It would exacerbate every problem the family already had. So in their minds, the best short-term solution would be to wait it out. Wait for Ira to come down from whatever drug she was on. They would announce that she returned only when she's presentable. But if she never came down, they probably thought she'd be okay by morning. But if not, well, then wouldn't they take Ira to the hospital? I doubt they would. They wouldn't want the public to see her in such a state. If Ira's mother is a nurse, she'd probably try to handle it by herself. But wouldn't they say that she was sick or something? Why keep the report? She still came home under suspicious circumstances. Perhaps they thought it would be better to come up with something first. They thought they'd let her recover and then declare she's back. But before they knew it, a couple days have already passed. Falling off a report like that so quick could also be pretty embarrassing, you know? This all sounds a little far-fetched. It does sound a little far-fetched because if they were willing to put out a search party to find her the day that she goes missing, the evening that she doesn't come home, then either it was premeditated and they did it to hide her, or they're hiding her because they're trying to fix it. And I don't know if they're necessarily doing it maliciously. There could be a little maliciousness and neglect in it, as far as like them not wanting to like show that they have a weakness with Ira, and that like she's unstable, like seriously unstable, and she needs to go to the hospital and she might not be okay. There might be a little bit of neglect with like that kind of bit and like not taking her to the hospital and whatnot, but I'm not horribly convinced that they have her either. I am convinced somebody is hiding her, because if she was out in the snow the way that she is, it's too cold. She probably would have frozen to death. There's no sun, so it's not like she really has daylight to see anything and navigate her way to another city. And even then, it would take a significant amount of time and resources that she just simply doesn't have. So I think it's more likely that somebody is holding on to her, and I'm not horribly convinced that it's her parents. But also, I can't deny their possibility. I don't know Ira's parents personally, but even I'm aware of how dire their reputation is. Would they really go this far to protect it? Are people really capable of things like that? Crap indeed. But if everything is as you said it is, and Ira still hasn't come down, that means, yes, her condition is only getting worse. Well, we have to do something. I look around. The TV is still playing in the living room. For a couple of seconds, I stare at the door, holding my breath. Asya? You get there? Yes. Yes, sorry. It's okay. I just need to be quieter. Oh, I see. Well, yeah, I agree. I've already tried calling their place before, but it's either no response or one of her parents. So that's useless. I also thought we could ask Tolik, but we gotta skip school for that. Why? He goes to kindergarten. The only time that we could talk to him alone would be when the kids are let out to play. But that would overlap with our lessons. I can't really skip. That's fine. I can. Really? Sure. Lev will get a call, but it's no biggie. If you say so. Yeah, I'll go there. Still, there's no guarantee that asking him will work. So I like to go to Ira's place, see how things are with my own eyes. Yes, that would be smart. But I think it might work better if I'm not alone. You want me to tag along? If you don't mind. We can meet up after your classes end. You have any lessons? You have how many lessons? 5. Okay, great. 12:30 at the gate then. You in? Of course I'm in. Awesome. Then I'll see you there? Yes, see you. Wait. Can I write your number down as well? Yeah, of course. I marked it down on the notepad I've been doodling in. Okay, got it. Now you can annoy my brother all you want. I never. I'm just joshing. Good night, Asya. Good night. Beep. Interesting. So the new idea is that Ira's parents are holding her hostage out of fear. I still don't think that's the right option. I still don't think that's the right thing. I still think there's something else going on. Oh, this visual novel is so interesting. The handset gently clicks against the cradle. I'm home again. The clock is softly ticking from the hallway. The TV continues to mutter from the living room. I look down at the shapes I've been scribbling absentmindedly during our conversation. The cross-hatching got really dense in parts. I don't remember focusing that much. I don't think I was meaning to draw anything. I don't think I was, yet when I look at the shape more closely, when I scan its dark blurry outline, my eyes glide over its hunchback, then down the wave of hair, then deeper, closer towards where its face is meant to be. The shadows shrouding it are much too heavy. There's just one thing my mind can parse. 2 things. The smile as Ira's frightened eyes are locked with mine. I miss you. I really, really miss you. Aww. I hope we find her. I'm so curious as to what happened to her. I don't know if we'll ever know. The sky hangs low. The teacher's droning on about some historical battle by the blackboard. I can't force myself to listen. The only thing that matters right now is that Marina and I have set out to do. As soon as the last bell rings, I rush out of the classroom, down the corridor, down the stairs, down another corridor, to the cloakroom, then outside. A wave of cold hits my defenseless face, so I hastily tie up the scarf that I've left hanging loosely from my neck. Aska! Marina's waving at me from the gate. I start running towards her, but... Pop! Ow! Wah! Die, German spy! Some kid manages to snipe me with a snowball. I wobble, feeling chunks of it falling and melting in my hair. Whoa, that was one heck of a shot. Whoa, nice throw. Okay, maybe don't praise it. I mean, who the hell do you think you are aiming at ladies like that? Ladies? What ladies? He's with the spy. Get her. Huh? A barrage of snowballs flies at Marina, though unlike me, she successfully covers her head. What the hell? Lev, Danya, I'll tell your moms. They don't like you anyways. Grr. Asya, let's go. Grab my hand. Yes, let's. We run across the yard, our poor sides catching the brunt of the artillery fire. Geez, where did they learn to throw like that? Honestly, it's pretty amazing. They must be great at LAPTA. Do you don't play LAPTA anymore? I don't know what LAPTA is. How the hell's that about? Stupid kids. When I get their asses. Marina huffs, laughing snow off her battered coat. I do the same until a rather unpleasant laugh sounds nearby. Oh, is it Garin? Yeah, it is. Nice running, you hens. Huh? Garin walks through the schoolyard to us, completely unfazed. Marina grits her teeth. Pathetic. Hey, you there. Why aren't you firing at him, huh? Oh yeah, why aren't you guys? Say it loud and clear. Cause you're our boss. I heard that. What? Are you like their nanny? Their boss. Clean your ears. A boss? What does that mean? We have a contract going is what I mean. A mutually beneficial agreement. Capitalistic pig. Asya, let's report him. Contract? It's simple. I let them see some of my hotties' card deck. In exchange, they give you 2 a little workout every time you cross the yard. Great show, by the way. What kind of card deck? Wouldn't you like to know? It's like normal playing cards, but with sexy chicks printed on them. There's naked ones too. Oh my god, I don't think you can show children that. Whoa. Eh? Huh. Where did you even get that? Yeah, it sounds like contraband. Found it in my brother's room. He had it stashed in the back of a drawer. How classy. Show. That chance. Do I look like I'm giving out freebies? Bet that stuff's all crusty anyways. Crusty? Nah, they're in pristine condition. Meant only for the initiated, which you're not. Whoa, got a whole secret society over here. What's the name? Porn Poker League? That's catchy, I'll give you that. I don't think we should be talking about this. Right on, Shabina. It's unbecoming for a woman of Comsomol to use such expressions. Is it becoming for a man of Comsomol to carry stuff like that? Look who's speaking. And anyways, you made a dumbass deal with that just to have us bombarded with snowballs? Pretty much. Are you 5? Why? It's payback for having me run your stupid errands. I think it's pretty fair, no? Errands? Right. Forgot to tell you yesterday. I called him right after we talked. Huh? He's coming with us to his apartment. Oh. What? Yeah. My eyes dart from Garin to Marina, hoping that it's all a joke. I knew we weren't exactly going to have fun, but I'd really rather not talk to him any longer than I have to. But why? I have a hunch that simply asking them to come inside won't work. That's when they'll have use for that brainless brawn. Brainless? Me? Aren't your own grades in the shitter? Huh? They're not, but thanks for your concern. And even if they were, since when are grades a mark of intellect? It's such an outdated idea. You know, Albert Einstein got really crappy grades and he's like the father of modern physics. I'll tell you more, the whole idea of graded academic performance reeks of classism. It goes against everything the Great Revolution stood for. If it were up to me, this whole rotten system would be abolished. Marina, are your grades really okay? Let's go to Ira's place. Goodness, what a wacky little team we've made. Okay. So, you know everything? Depends on what you mean by that. More or less, yes. He knows my theory. I know it's dumb. Didn't ask for an opinion. We'll just go and see if it has any ground. Wait, so you told Adam about Ira's... what? Her illness? Don't worry. He won't tell anyone. How are you so sure? I won't. Huh? We have a promise. I'm not snitching. He owes me big time. That's kind of the reason he's here at all. Don't try and treat me like your lapdog now. I'm not doing shit for you after today. Yeah, whatever. I look at Garin. Him knowing those things about Ira, those really compromising, shameful things. It just doesn't sit right with me. I can't imagine the Garin I know keeping something so juicy to himself. Though then again, I couldn't have imagined Garin feeling self-conscious about a prank that might have gone too far. Right. It's not that Garin is incapable of being honorable. It's just that I'm entirely too prejudiced. And anyways, I always knew that chick was psycho. So she's a different type of crazy now. Big deal. if that's how you want to spin it. Oh, by the way, what's with the kid? The kid? Her brother? You said you're gonna ask him if she's home. Oh, right. How did it go? That. About as well as you'd imagine. Figures. I mean, I saw Tall like when everyone came outside, called him to the fence, tried asking about his sister in like a gentle manner, you know, not too directly, but he got all clammed up and ran away. Well, duh, what'd you expect? This sounds nutty as shit. Huh? It's not nutty. Oh yeah? Sneaking into a kindergarten to ask a preschooler if his parents are holding his big sister hostage is now normal? In what world? Hey, you make it sound so much worse than it is, but that's literally what you're doing, Marina. I didn't say it like that at all. Who cares how you said it? It's the same thing. It's not. It is. It's obviously not. Totally is. It's not, it's not, it's not. It is, it is, it is, it is, it is, it is. Oh my god, guys, please stop, please stop. Right, what the hell? You're acting like a freaking toddler. I'm acting like a toddler? What about you? I'm not the one who started it. Hey, maybe you should have stayed back at that kindergarten. Would have been more your speed. Grr. Asya shoved some snow into his collar. Oh yeah. You want to try that, Shabina? Not really. I wasn't going to. Why not? Because she has a speck of common sense, unlike some people. Why do I have to do everything around here myself? Marina leans down to grab a chunk of snow, then turns to Garin with a determined expression. Hey, cut it out! He starts to back off, also scooping up a handful of snow. What's that? You scared? Scared? No, but I ain't going down without a fight. Oh, you want to fight? I'll give you a fight, alright. Guys! They're having fun. Take that! Ugh! Nice try. Wait, get back here. Marina and Garin get into an awkward game of tag, trying to stuff snow into each other's jackets. Flirting. I try to call out to them again and again, but it's like I'm not even there. Blah. This is already a mess. You two stop flirting. Despite that little scuffle, we reach our destination pretty quickly. Turns out your apartment block isn't far from mine. That's wonderful. It's almost like we're neighbors. I wonder, Marina? Yeah? Her voice is slightly shaky as she wipes off the remaining snow from her wet collar. Have you ever been to Ira's apartment? What's it like? Nope, never been there. Oh, I told you we weren't that close. She's just been at mine a couple times though. It's so unfair, right? It sure is. Maybe you'll see it when she's back. Maybe. If she's not already home, she wants to add. I see it in Marina's eyes. She's got her mind set on finding out the truth today. She'll peek into that flat no matter what. How do you know if anyone's home? We turn to Garin, who's finishing his cigarette a couple meters away. He still has some snow chunks stuck to his hood. I'm glad you asked. I have plenty of time to spare before going to kindergarten, so I stopped by the hospital and asked him about Nurse Grashevskia, which is Ira's mom. Ah, so she works night shifts? Better. She hasn't come home into work since Ira disappeared. Huh, that is weird. Hear that? Looks like my theory isn't so stupid anymore, huh? It's still stupid. Marina sticks out her tongue. Why do you keep calling it that, Madam? I don't think it's that dumb. You serious? She came up with a batshit conclusion, then twisted everything else to match. That's true, she did. The hell? That's not true. Yeah, I felt a similar way. Asya? Sorry, Marina, but it does sound a little bit like that. Still, I wouldn't call it, batshit. Even if it is a little out there. Out there, huh? You know, if there's even a 1% chance she's in there, I have to try. I don't care how dumb it sounds. I agree. You never know until you check. Ugh. Shabina, you can say that about freaking anything. You can. But incredible things happen all the time. So, I don't believe we should be calling bold ideas stupid or crazy or anything like that. Bold ideas, please. Aliens crash landing in Tungska is a bold idea. This is some cheap twist she got from a detective novel. I think both of these are rather bold, though I believe it was a remote energy transfer in Tungska. Heard that one. Seems far-fetched. I read some eyewitness reports and nothing there suggested electricity. Well, electrical explosions and fires of that magnitude won't look too different to an outside observer, I think. And it doesn't have to be electricity, right? There are other forms of energy out there. Very true. Nikola Tesla could have given something else a try. Please, Tesla is the electricity guy. Do you think he'd randomly start playing with, I don't know, plasma? Actually, I was thinking of something like lasers. Guys, what the heck are you on about? Right. That's not what we should be concerned with right now. It's been proven to be a meteor. The thing exploded in the lower atmosphere, and that was that. They even ran like simulations of that stuff. Everything lined up perfectly. Geez, and I'm supposed to be the crazy one? Well, that's a load of crap. Thinks everything's that simple? Occam's razor, my friend. Occam's razor. And all the evidence points to a meteor anyway. You got no case. Well, there are some inconsistencies, such as, like, this said to be either a meteor or a comet, right? I think the comet theory is the most popular, but comets have a relatively smooth curve to their trajectories. If this was really a comet, it would have burned up in the atmosphere at a much higher altitude. Well, it still could have been an asteroid. The name's literally the Tungska meteor. Then where's the debris, genius? Where's the crater? That, I said it just exploded in the air. There wouldn't be a crater. Then there would still be chunks of it scattered around. They scoured the whole area and nada. Interesting. Why are we getting this whole conversation about this thing that I've never heard of? Is this an actual thing? Or is this like world lore? I don't know. The chunks. The debris could have disintegrated from the heat. The blast was huge, right? The people in the villages nearby felt this intense heat wave. It could totally melt the thing. Melting? Huh. I knew you sucked at physics, but that bad? Oh yeah, because your alien spaceship version is so realistic. Actually, there's also the extinct comet theory. Our conversation continues like that for the next couple of minutes. Wow, I never had guessed how I discussed a topic like that with my schoolmates. Especially Garin. Even though everyone's opinion is so different that the exchange borders on being a full-blown argument, I think I'm having fun. It's strange. Wouldn't be much of a dialogue if everyone sat nodding their heads in agreement, I suppose. That much is obvious even to me. I just forgot how things like this are meant to feel. When was the last time I've done something like this? Have I ever done this? Maybe I never have. Maybe I never was supposed to. Now I'm not so sure myself. If I were never meant to find myself in a situation like this, then the only way this could have been made possible is through a blessing. That's the only sensible answer. The only reason why I can enjoy things like this, despite my inadequacy? Of course. Naturally, it's a gift. I cannot waste it. Perhaps that tiny part of my humanity that knows how the conversations go can be restored. Is that why something so improbable has been allowed to happen? Maybe I'm being too hopeful. In any case, it's yet another thing I can be wholeheartedly grateful for. Alright, enough space talk. Let's do what we came here for, shall we? Yeah, let's. Thought you never ask. Marina gives us a reassuring smile. We all head to the entrance. It's the same as all the other residential buildings in Workuta 5. A long 5-story block with evenly spaced out canopies at its base, each hiding a metal door with a code lock and a bulletin board on its side. If someone took a photo of it and then told me it was my house in the picture, I'd believe them without a second thought. Nevertheless, stepping closer to it, looking at it, and knowing that this is the roof under which Ira grew up, slept, and died, it almost fills me with a sense of reverence. You know the code? Yeah. My classmate lives in the same building. And what if we run into her? Calm down, we won't. Marina types in the code, the lock clicks. We're in. Interesting. Are we gonna find anything out about Ira here? It's slightly warm, dark and warm. Now past familiar looking mailboxes and up a familiar looking staircase, one familiar looking floor after another, we make our way to Ira's apartment. Oh, It's on the same floor and in the same spot as mine. That's so cute. Ah. Marina takes a deep breath. Okay, I'll do the talking. You guys' job is to stand next to me and look polite. Understood? Yes, sir. I nod. Satisfied with responses, our negotiator fixes her hair and rings the doorbell. A couple seconds pass in silence. Marina's about to reach for the button a second time, but that's when we hear steps approaching from inside the flat. Then pause. We stand still. I can almost feel it on my skin, the person's gaze from the other side of the door, scanning us through the people. Finally, there's a snap and the door opens in a narrow light strip. A woman's face peers out, looking disheveled. Her tangled hair is the same shade as Ira's. Yes? Good afternoon. We're Ira's friends from class. We nod politely. Friends? Yes. Yes, we've been really worried about her. I can't imagine what it's been like for you. I didn't know she had friends at school. Why wouldn't she? Ira's the coolest girl I know. Right, guys? Yeah. Yes. The coolest. And very kind. Agree. We went to the cafe, like, all the time. How come she never told you? In any case, I apologize if it's any inconvenience, but I promise it won't take you long. Last Monday, I lent Ira one of my brother's books. If it's not too much trouble, I'd like to have it back. He needs it for work. Sure. What's the name? On the Stability of Closed Systems. It's a paperback. On the stability of... She read things like that? I was surprised too. But it seems like she's been interested in structural dynamics for some time. Wish I had her passion. I'm just too dumb for stuff like that. Best I can do is share some studies. I see. Something softens in the woman's eyes. Okay, I'll go look. Oh, that's all right. We can... The door slams shut and we hear the sound of a turning lock. And the steps retreat into the apartment. Great job. Shut up. Marina hisses quietly. Don't move yet. It's going as planned. It is? It looked to me like we just got the door shut in our face. She said she's gonna look. Just wait. When she comes back here empty-handed, we'll offer to search for it ourselves. She closed the lock just to go inside for a couple minutes. Think she'll just let us in all willy-nilly? If my theory's right, she won't. That's when we'll force our way through. I'm counting on you, Vatic. Are you serious? What's that? Can't push past this miraculous little lady? Of course not. It's just... Shush. She's here. The door opens again. The woman peeks out. There you go. Huh? A hand emerges from the slit holding a small soft-cover volume. Your book. Marina's gaze slowly moves from the tome in the woman's face. She reaches out and carefully accepts it. Thank you. Thank you for being friends with her. Slam. The door shuts. Interesting. Was she not supposed to have that book? Marina flips to the book's pages absent-mindedly. So, did you actually lend Ira that book? No. I don't think so, no. You don't think so? She shakes her head. She gives me the tome and starts digging through her bag for must be the 4th time already. Damn it! Where is it? What the hell? I look up down at the Stability of Closed Systems in my hand. Just like Marina said, it's a small paperback and a worn out one at that. The year of issue says 1966. I open the book on a random page. If we were to arrange the components in order of cognition, the list will go as follows, starting from highest: moral belief, prejudice, subjectivity, objectivity, the desire to create, the desire to change, the desire for happiness, the desire for status, ambition, confidence, self-esteem, self-image, the desire for kinship, the desire for family, the desire for intimacy, the desire for a healthy body, the desire for stable income, the desire for plentiful resources, the desire for shelter, food, water, sleep, sex, procreation, excretion, breathing, homeostasis, soul. I think they're talking about, oh, who does that chart? I want to say it's Carl Jung's, chart on, like human needs. I think this is based off of that because a lot of this sounds similar. Interesting though. So if we take into consideration like Garin's appear in prejudice, subjectivity, objectivity, the desire to create, the desire to change, the desire for happiness, that sounds more like Asya. But she also is here in confidence, self-esteem, self-image, the desire for kinship, that's Asya. The desire for family, the desire for intimacy, the desire for a healthy body, the desire for stable income. This right here, the desire for family and healthy body, it sounds like Ira. The exact sequence remains subject to debate. That being said, the soul is ubiquitously accepted as the root for all cognitive function at the time of writing. Each subsequent component following the root is the result of varying degrees of deviation from the base code, which... Are you done digging? Are you digging for gold in there? I took our copy with me to show her mom in case we ended up searching the room. But it's... She goes silent, her movements slowing to a halt. Marina? It's not here. She stares into her empty bag with an expression I've never seen before. Then she lifts her head and takes the book from my hands. The way Marina looks at it is as if she's trying to compare the item in front of her eyes to the memory of the one she held this morning. Could be a different copy. She softly shakes her head. I don't know. Maybe you did lend it to her? Marina doesn't respond. I look at Garin, but find myself unsure of what to make of his expression either. Interesting, so Marina had the book this morning. And it ended up in Ira's house, somehow. And it wasn't supposed to be there. So I don't know what we're dealing with. Are we dealing with some kind of like time traveling alien or something? Like, is Marina going crazy? Is there some kind of conspiracy happening? He wouldn't miss an opportunity to make a joke about this, right? Marina looks so lost. It would be very cruel. No, it would be a very Garin thing to do. And the serious face, seeing him with a face like that is oddly disconcerting. So it worked? Huh? Mina quickly slips the book into her messenger and turns to us wearing her usual chipper grin. I guess old habits die hard. I'm the same old airhead. Huh? You caught me, Asya. Looks like I got some things mixed up with all this weird crap going on. Well, that's okay. It happens to me too sometimes. I feel like she's covering. Right? Took you this long to realize that you've got mushroom brains? Guess the people around you were too nice to point it out. Aw. Well, thank God you're here to tell me how it is, Vadek. Anyways, that sure was something, huh? Yeah. A whole load of nothing's what it was. We didn't learn shit. Wrong. Did you see how her mom was acting? If you ask me, it's a little suspicious. You think so? Don't you? She was dead set on not letting us see a sliver of the flat. Why do you think that is? I understand what you're implying, but she might just be a private person. Ain't it obvious? Oh, ain't it obvious? She's sick of random people asking about her daughter. You two aren't wrong. I'm sure both of these are big contributing factors. But even then, I don't know about you, but to me, something about her behavior seemed a little too paranoid. I doubt privacy is all there is to it. I suppose. I can see what you mean. What I'm saying is, even if she doesn't confirm my theory, it certainly doesn't disprove it. Sure. Cool. Can I go home now? Stop right there. Who said you're off duty? Man, what else is there to do? Contact Ira directly, duh. That's what you're here for. Huh? I thought my job was to push past her mom or something. Nah, I didn't expect a direct approach to go smoothly. We just had to get that part out of the way. Now, comrades, this is where the real action begins. The real action? Yep. Follow me. I can hear Garin sighing behind me. Marina leads us right around the building, stopping on the side that looks out to the neighboring apartment block. And what are we supposed to do here? She walks to the small playground wedged between the buildings, leans down and starts clearing the snow out with her hands. Marina? This woman. Boy, you're gonna stand there and do nothing? Come on, help me out. With what? Jeez, you guys, use your heads. We're throwing rocks at Ira's window. Garin shakes his head in disbelief. Well, it's pretty normal suggestion, all things considered, is what I'd like to say, but then I look up to the 5th floor where Ira's room is supposed to be. But isn't it a little too high? Asya, that's what we call a defeatist attitude. If it were the Great Patriotic War, I'd have to shoot you on the spot. What? It really is high, though. Think you can throw that far? No harm in trying. And I am kind of betting on you to make the shot. Or will it be too hard for ya? Of course not. I was talking about your noodle arms, not mine. Marina lets out a smug little laugh. Meanwhile, Garin cautiously looks over the building. So which window was that again? Should be the one over there. See with the teddy bear? Oh, I frantically scanned the apartment complex. A teddy? A teddy, a teddy, a teddy. Oh, found it. Right there, right where the window to my room would be. There it is. Ira's window. That's the window that she was looking out of every day. The window that she chose to put a plushie on. She did that so that when she looked out of the window, she'd also see her teddy bear. Maybe sometimes she'd hold it in her hands and squeeze it. Does the bear have a name? It has to. I wonder if it's something classic like Misha or Winnie. I suppose Ira could be the type of girl to call the toy first thing that happened to pop into her head. That does sound like her, but something tells me she didn't do that. I really think she spent time picking a name that would be the perfect fit. Perhaps the name she went with in the end turned out to be a little unconventional, but it must have felt so right she couldn't imagine choosing anything else. I could totally picture it. God, that's so cute. So freaking cute. It's too adorable. Ira, you're too adorable. How do you know it's that one? You said you never visited. I mean, I've called her outside a couple times. I see. Then Garin walks back, trying to calculate the best possible angle. His face doesn't look all too confident. Marina, having dug up some pebbles from the ground, runs to him and drops a few into his hand. Looks like I'm next in line. I don't think I'll be any good at this. Nonsense. What did I say about defeatism? Ugh. 3 small locks land into my mitten. They're wet and dirty, and the dirt gets tangled in the wool. There's something charming about that. I look up to see Garin tossing and catching a pebble in his hand. He's eyeing Ira's window with the intensity of a boxer gauging his opponent from across the ring. Well, what you waiting for? Piss off, I need to aim. Alright, you're not solving a freaking math equation. Just go for it. That's how the pros do it. Oh yeah, gonna lead by example? With pleasure. Marina gives both of us a challenging look, then turns to face the block. She takes a couple of steps back, gripping a pebble in her hand. Then she exhales and... pop! It lands in the snow. That's not even close. Shut up. I didn't even reach the wall. Hey, listen, it's a spirit that matters. You think the pros get to national level without a couple of fumbles? No, it's a rocky road. Victory starts with a mindset, a goal-oriented mindset. That's true. Oh yeah, sure, you're gonna go far. With a throw like that, maybe one day you'll make it to the Paralympics. Get a big talk from the guy who's yet to make one shot. Why are you still standing there anyways, huh? Scared yours won't even fly that far? You suck at bluffing. With a big, almost theatrical swing, Garin shoots his pebble across the yard. It draws a rather scenic arc and bounces off the wall just below the 2nd floor. Damn. That's it? Better than your static cease for a throw. It's nostalgic. Years pass and you still pitch like a toddler. Zip it, Kaplan, or you're catching the next rock. Oh no, we're on a surname basis now. Are you serious? You bet your ass I am. Listen here. First one to hit the target wins. Loser buys soda. Sure, you're on. Asya, your turn. But do I have to? It's pretty far. Come on, it's just for fun. Can't do much worse than me. Well, if all 3 of us are playing, how do we choose the loser? If the winner's the one who wins the game, we can't have 2 losers, right? Whoever hits the lowest, whoever hits the lowest, whatever. Just shoot already. I'm really no good at this. I'm always last one in PE. I look up to the 5th floor. Man, hanging out with Marina is really gonna run my wallet dry. Bye-bye allowance. No, she was right. That's a defeatist attitude. I can't let it bring me down. I've heard stories of people lifting cars in times of crisis. When it's do or die, us humans can pull off athletic feats that should be impossible. So can I. I just need to channel that. I need to get into the zone. Let my inner warrior out. My inner warrior. Yes, that's right. I come from a long lineage of humans. The blood of prehistoric hunters flows in me. The ones that hunted mammoths, the ones that chased their prey for days on end. Ah, I think I'm feeling it. I feel it. I feel the adrenaline pumping. Someone's looking determined. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Show us how it's done. I take my swing. I'm sorry, Marina. I may not reach the 5th floor, but I'm not gonna come last. Not this time. This time I'll... Uh-oh. What happened? Boink. Pebble bounced off the asphalt not even 2 meters away from me. I stand frozen in place. My ancestry. Well, everyone's off to a great start, it seems. This is just sad. Can I just drop out, please? Marina takes in my pitiful look and sighs. Yeah, maybe set this one out. Winning against you will feel kind of cheap. Right, no fun in that. Out of the way then. Kaplan, ready your wallet. With my Olympic self-esteem in shambles, I scoot to the side. It's okay. Some people are not made for this. It's okay. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. One after another, Garin fries off the rest of his ammo. Clink, clink, clink. Each hits a little higher than the one before it, and the last one strikes the 3rd floor window pane. Shit. We all freeze up. Crap. Somebody peeks out and scolds us, we'll draw the eyes of the whole neighborhood. Not that we're all being inconspicuous to start with, but... Seconds pass, nobody shows up. We'll let out a collective exhale. Whoa. Vatic, would it kill you to be a smidge more careful? You told me to just go for it. Did I say that? You did. Ah, well, you know, thoughtlessly following orders won't get you anywhere. Some critical thinking goes a long way. Do we listen to you, or should we not pass the rocks? Marina, start running. Wow, scary, scary. Also, it's my turn. She pushes Garin away with her shoulder. I shouldn't be expecting much considering her first shot, but even though the angle was all wrong, it was quite forceful. If she aimed it just a little bit better. Marina's pebble shoots up fast and high. Bam! Whoa! It slams dangerously close to the 4th-story window just above Garin's strongest throw. Ooh. Ah! For a moment, Marina looks surprised at how high she actually managed to hit. Then an arrogant smirk spreads across her face. Hey, Vatic, I wonder why I called you here at all. But thanks for the help, I guess. You're free to go. Hey! Sorry to have dragged you out here. Oh, it's all on me. Sorry for that. It looks like we can handle this by ourselves after all. See you around. What the hell do you mean, see you around? I'm just getting started over here. Smack. A rock glides to the wall just above the spot Marina's pebble hit. Wow. See that? I'm only revving up. Hey, guys? I point to the ground where I've etched some lines into the snow. Here. Scoreboard. Ew. Nice, nice. Way to make yourself useful. Hey, can you draw mine a little higher? Oi. No playing favorites. Yeah, sorry. No cheating, Marina. Geez, whose side are you on? I like your games. And I believe in you. Blah. Marina. Bam, 3rd floor. Bam, 3rd and a half. Bam, 2nd and a half. Plop, ground. Bam, 3rd and a half. Bam, 1st floor. Bam, 2nd floor. Bam, 3rd and a half. Bam, 2nd. 2nd and a half. 3rd, 2nd. The two kept pelting the poor building while I kept gnawing notches on the scoreboard. Sometimes I run out to collect the rocks after they've fallen on the bottom. If you think about it, isn't this game sort of like a reverse meteor shower? Rocks flying up into the heavens, never quite reaching their destination. If we capture them with long exposure camera, they leave similar traces in the sky. A sea of dark parabolas, most are uneven, interrupting halfway through, broken. Ugh. Ouch! I get distracted and a pebble hits my head. Asya, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Ow. Yes, don't worry. Please keep going. Geez, Chibi, no, watch where you stand. Sorry. Whoosh, whoosh. Looking at it now, yes, Marina's aim isn't the best. Really, it's kind of a coin toss between her sending the rock really high up or straight into the snow. Still, she puts a lot of force into those throws. Garin can see that. In spite of her flawed technique, Marina truly is a worthy opponent. Third and a half, fourth, third and a half, third and a half, fourth, ground, fourth and a half, fourth, third and a half, fourth and a half, fourth and a half, fourth and a half, fourth and a half. Guys, you're almost there. Yeah. Watch this, kid. I'm gonna knock your guys' windows straight out. Please don't. Who are you calling kid? Make way. Bam. Damn it. Whoa. You almost got it. Seriously. Next one's gonna be it. Count your prayers, Kaplan. And your cash. I take cream soda, by the way. Cream soda? Really? That's pretty cute. How is it? Whatever. Actually, it's not very fair to you, is it, Asya? Huh? What do you mean? Vatic, we can't leave the squire out. Squire? The loser buys 2 drinks. One for the winner, one for Asya. If you're so eager to spend more money, be my guest. Oh, well, I like Duchess. Heard that? Heard that? Sure did. And for your information, I'll be having Tarhan. Of course you will. I'm so lucky. No matter who wins, I'm getting a free soda. Being a wimp has finally paid off. Alright, my shot. Get going, Vatic. The store is right around the corner. Just through already. Marina gets into position. I haven't missed one in a while. I got a good feeling about this. She swings her arm back. Wait, what did she just say? Haven't missed one in a while. Marina's aim was all dumb luck? Much like in gambling, it's best to quit while you're still riding high. Otherwise, Marina, careful. Crash. Oh god. No, Marina, what did you do? That's not the 5th floor, is it? It's like the 1st floor, is it not? Something tells me it's not gonna be the 5th floor. Oh no. Oops. The rock flew fast and high, went straight into and right through the 4th floor window. Oh god. Bullseye. What the fuck? Everyone run! What? Marina grabs my hand, and before I can fully process the situation, all of us bolt to hide behind the nearest corner. The man's furious voice echoes between the buildings. You shitty brats! Your parents will pay for this, you hear? Kaplan, don't think I didn't see you. Shit. You idiot. Yeah. Garin leans against the wall, unable to catch his breath. Shut up, you. This guy recognized me. Hey, maybe he'll make you famous. Freaking marksman of the century. She punches the shoulder, but lets out a giggle nonetheless. Well, hey, at least I hit a target. One you weren't aiming for? Details, details. I crouched down and let out a sigh. Wow, what a doozy. At least that man didn't seem to know who I was. My dad would kill me if someone complained. Or Marina. I hope Lev won't be too mad. Her parents, too. Her parents. I don't think she ever mentioned them to me. Do they work in a different city? Then why does their daughter live in Forcuta 5? Maybe I should ask her sometime. I'll look up at Marina, who's still exchanging verbal jabs with Garin. I'm not sure if I should interrupt, but... So, what do we do now? Huh? Their smiles falter. Maybe I shouldn't have said that after all. Good question. We're all done here, right? Aren't you eager to go home? Sorry to disappoint you, but I still have my plan C. Plan C? This whole throwing rocks at a window strategy isn't exactly foolproof. Even if we reach their floor, people don't usually respond after just one rock, yeah? True. So we need to hit that high at least a couple times. That would be difficult. And even if Ira is there to hear us, who's to say she would respond? If she's really being kept in there by force, you think she'd be screaming out into the street the first chance she got. So why the hell did we do all that in the first place? There's still a chance that we get some sort of reaction. Even if it's just 1 in 1 million, it's worth the go in my book. Your whole dumb theory hinges on that percentage. Yep. I mean, it's not so bad. If we believe Ira is at somebody's house here, then, it would be more like 1 to 6,000, right? Exactly. See? No, even less. Most of the apartments here house 2 or more, so it's at least 1 to 3,000. Oh my god, Shabina, who cares? Good thing you barely talk in class. Right. For a minute, I forgot who Garin was. Not that I expected to hear anything nice from him, but hey, don't talk to her like that. Lay off me. Anyways, why do you need me still? Need to break more windows for no reason? No, we need to get up here. Marina points up towards the top of the apartment block we hid behind. Huh? The roof? Yeah. Do you still know how to climb there? Good grief. Why? You want to flash a Morse code into her apartment? Oh, that's not a bad idea, actually. It's a really dumb idea. That probably won't work. Come on, people, there's no harm in trying. Any of you got a flashlight? I don't. Like, on hand? No. Seriously? Don't all boys carry stuff like that? No, they don't. What boys have you been talking to? Right, my bad. You're the type that carries porny card decks. Damn straight. What's with the proud face? But whatever, I wasn't planning on that anyway. I just want to peek inside. Like, into Ira's window? Yeah. Not the most ethical option, but we're kind of short on those. Sure. Oh, just like that? No snark? No complaints? It's not like that's ever worked before. So let's just get it over with. You're right about that. Well, all right, let's get going then. Okay. Apparently, some years ago, Garin checked the access to nearly every rooftop in the city. Not counting the barracks and the garages, only a few residential blocks had theirs unlocked. Coincidentally, the building opposite of Ira's was one of them. The little door creaks open on the 7th push. We hear the howling of wind as Garin peeks his head out of the opening. How is it? Can you climb outside? No, better not. The slope is all slippery. Aw, man. Can you see anything over there? Nope. The light's not even on. Let me look. He slides back down the ladder. Marina climbs next. Whoa, what a view. Pretty cool, huh? No kidding. And Ira's block looks so close. Do you think we should have taken some pebbles with us? Should be a pretty easy shot from here. Oh, I can go down and get some. Stop right there, Shabina. Don't give Pavlichenko over there any more ammo. Okay. It's just an idea. Marina rummages through her bag and pulls out a pair of binoculars. Well, someone came prepared. I sure did. These look so cool. Right? You can look through them when I get down. She sticks her head out once again and aims her sights at Ira's room. Do you see anything? She hops down with a disappointed face. Nope. Told you. Here you go, Asya. Thanks. I take the binoculars and make my way up the ladder. When I peer out, a gust of wind ruffles my hair. I see now. The dusty purple sky covers the whole world like a blanket. The cold duvet-like fog is so low and so endless. It feels like you could touch it if you stretch your arm out far enough. It's nothing like the summer dome that's so beautiful, so tall and so bright it hurts to look at. I think I much prefer this kind of sky. I reach my hand out. Hey, Adam. Yeah? Isn't the tallest roof you can climb? Kinda. It's as high as residential buildings go. The tallest one we have here is the research complex because it has that tower at the top. But no one's gonna let you go up there. I see. I put the pair of binoculars up to my eyes. Not sure I'm seeing much. Adjust them so it's not so blurry. Oh, okay. I tinker with the angle on the focus wheel until the block in front of me becomes more clear. Wow, it really feels like I'm staring at it up close. Technology sure is amazing. Never mind that, I need to find Ira's window. The one with the teddy. Teddy. There. There it is. Light brown with a little blue bow. Aw, it's so cute. Hi there, Teddy. Although, I don't see much beyond that. The room is pitch dark. I want to say I see something. A mess of tangled hair, bright eyes, sad or angry, maybe scared, or maybe happy because someone out there has finally seen her. Maybe she's looking out at me. Maybe she was looking out at Marina too, but Marina couldn't see her. Maybe I can. So I have to try. I try really hard. Well, enjoying the view? I am. Nothing in the room? No. I lower the binoculars. There's nothing for me to look at there. Staring into that darkness feels wrong anyhow. I climb down the ladder, still trying to understand the human shape that sat still by the curtain. The person in that window, the one I struggled to see, the one Marina missed. The shape of Ira's mother sitting in her daughter's room. Interesting. Like I said, I don't think she's at home. I don't think she's being held at home. I think somebody else has her. So this was all a big waste of time. Well, I wouldn't say so. Oh right, your stupid theory got confirmed as stupid. Awesome. Glad I was here for it. Hey now, the evidence is inconclusive at worst. I really don't think it's true, Marina. Sorry. Z.A.T.O, Asya? Why are you so hung up on it anyways? You weren't doing anything for days, and now you're suddenly playing detective? Hey, it's not like that. I just got an idea in my head, so I thought, hey, maybe I'd check. And then maybe I could help somehow. It's true, being unable to do anything can feel really awful. She's been really worried all week about him. Oh yeah, I bet. You know, she was out yesterday, hanging with friends, howling like a hyena. Yes, I know that. Why the fuck do you care? Whoa, okay. Calm down, I'm just telling you how it looked. I don't give a damn either way. Whatever. Oh, actually, you lost. Huh? The drinks. You owe us, remember? How the hell did I lose? Well, the last shot was mine, so... That's the logic you're going with? You're also very rude. Still are. We need reparations. The only one who deserves reparations here is Shubina for getting hit with your dumb rock. And so do I for being dragged around by you two weirdos. Please, not like you had anything better to do. Isn't the company of two beautiful ladies a treat in itself? Show me beautiful ladies and we'll talk. I was planning to go to the cinema with my boys before you called. It was a US movie too. Damn it. Oh right, they're showing it this week. I wanted to see that one. I remember that. Hey, let's go watch it. Huh? The movie. Like, all together? Well, yeah. Then it won't feel like the day is wasted, right? I guess, but with you? Oh, I see. Asya, he's never taken a girl to the cinema before. Oh my god, Marina. You absolutely know what to do to get Vadim so pissed. He's shy. Aw, really? I've been to the cinema with girls, alright. I don't want to be stuck in a room with you two. I'll catch the crazy. Better start avoiding your own house if that's what you're worried about. Boy. Well, whatever. We're gonna have a gay old time without you. Who needs a guy who can't stick to his word, right, Asya? What freaking word? Your win condition made no sense. Oh, right. I was really looking forward to the soda. Yeah, I bet you were, you freeloader. You're getting one no matter what. How's that fair? It's not. Marina demonstratively turns around and beckons me with her hand. Come on, Asya, let's leave him to his card stash. A guy who's too cheap to buy you a measly duchess ain't worth your time. Really, we should warn all the other girls about him. Hey, it's not about money and you know it. Ciao, Vadik. We got a date with Hollywood. Okay. Bye, Vadim. Hey, Kaplan. That's blatant provocation. Wait. Garin catches up to us. Interesting. I feel like Vadik, Garin, whatever his name is, I feel like he likes Marina, but he just doesn't want to be seen with her. I feel like he thinks himself he's better, which is very like childish of their age, right? So, but I feel like he definitely likes Marina more than he's letting on. Maybe not romantically, but he does like her more than he's letting on, because otherwise he wouldn't let her push him around like this. We walk together down the road to the community center. Marina and Garin keep bickering. Sometimes they laugh, and so do I. It's not that I have any illusions regarding this. Tomorrow things will be the same they've always been. Garin will still be the same Garin, and Marina, after the Ira situation fades from our collective mind, she'll have no reason to talk to me anymore. It's only natural. I understand that the moment I'm living now, this brief glimpse into what living correctly is supposed to feel like, will soon end. So I should appreciate it for what it is. I'm not sure if actual friends are supposed to be this rude to each other, but this is good enough for me. My memory will certainly cast all the interactions of today in a more favorable light. So we'll correct the small and pleasant parts. And what remains was Careful, don't spill. I'm trying. Marina passes around the package of corn puffs she's smuggled in. Garin is holding onto our communal bottle of cream soda, the result of a begrudging compromise. I still would have preferred Duchess. By the way, do you know what this one's about? Oh yeah, Asya, do you? It's about some superstar lady. Judging by the poster. You got half that right. Marina leans in and whispers. It's about a crossdresser. Oh, wow. Cool, right? Damn it, why are you spoiling it? That's not a spoiler. It's a taste of what's to come. So it's like, hello, I'm your aunt? Oh, I mean, I guess we already have a movie about that, huh? There's some like hot too. They ran it last year. You're right. Man, I wanted her to be a bit more shocked or something. Please, guys in dresses are old news. My brother watched this movie that had a totally naked chick on screen. A movie, huh? I'm serious. Like a real Hollywood film. They showed them doing it too. Cool. That's, very brave. Don't look at me like that. You girls just don't get it. I get it. What was the film? Crap, I don't remember. The Stuntman? No, maybe not that. That's starting. The light dims and the regular pre-movie roll of Fitzel starts to play. I don't find it especially funny, but Marina's giggling by my side makes me smile. And then the film begins. What a weird situation to find yourself in. A girl who's not really your friend and your school bully taking you to see a film that you've never seen before. The film, what can I say? I've seen a couple foreign films before, but American ones, they're in a whole different league. So bright and shiny, like a glossy magazine. As if the fabric of the world is made from a material that's so much more refined than ours. How much of it is real, I wonder? Maybe it's a wishful projection, like a real good kind of propaganda film. No, that's not it. It's not even close to something like that. It's not flat at all. It isn't stiff. If a world this lively and colorful is truly completely artificial, then I'm certain the people who created it didn't doubt its absolute reality for a second. I realized this a long time ago. A kind of rule, an axiom. It goes like this: a fake is only truly good if its creator cannot tell it from the real thing. This must be an exquisite fake. Marina laughs, and so does Garin, and so do I, and so does every other person in the theater. My face hurts from the grin that refuses to go away. I keep laughing along, even when I can't see the screen. All of the colors start to blur, even the sounds. What are they saying? I don't understand. I hear everyone laughing, so I laugh along. My cheeks feel hot. There's music blaring. Is there some sort of montage happening? I don't know. It's all just noise. My cheeks. No matter how much I wipe my face, it's still wet. Even as I stare at my knees away from all the flashing lights, the fog in front of me won't clear. Hey, Asya? Are you okay? Marina. I hear her whispering to me. I feel her gently caressing my shoulder. For some reason, I can't respond. My vocal cords won't work. He keeps asking me quiet questions and receives no answer. He mutters something to Garin. He murmurs something back. I'm not sure if he's saying something for her or to me. For long. Did we have a seizure? What happened? Where are we? Before long, I find myself in the foyer in Marina's arms. Oh, okay. What happened? She slowly pats my hair. I don't know how long we've been sitting here. By the time I hear Garin's voice, my throat feels totally dried out. What's going on? Does she feel sick? Something like that. Shabina, hey. You alright there? Something hurt? Be quiet for a minute. My voice. I can't form a sentence. I throw a rock into a lake, but the splash makes no sound. Just ripples, ripples, ripples. It's okay. It's okay. I shake my head, now more violently. Marina leans away and lets me sit up properly. Garin stands next to us, looking befuddled. Why is he here? The movie is still going. I sniff in an attempt to catch my breath. Tissue? No, thank you. If you want something to drink. No, no. My surroundings come fully into view. The community center, the muddy sky outside, the thin electric light. It's been 5 days. Right now, what do you think she's doing now? Do you think she wants to go home? Do you think she misses her mom? Asya, do you think she's crying? No, probably not. It's been too long. Even I couldn't cry for so long. After so long, I think that everyone I knew had just forgotten about me. They'll find her. The investigation's still ongoing. So, you know. No, that's not what I mean. Even if they found her today. I sniff again, and before I can refuse, Marina shoves a paper napkin into my hand. I crumple it thoughtlessly. How can we do this? Do what? Everything. Watching some movie, laughing, making jokes, all the while Ira is... So what, you want to just sit around and cry until she magically shows up? That am. No, I know that's impossible. Then what? What are we supposed to do? I don't know. But this, it makes me feel all rotten. No, Asya. Marina tries to hug me again, but I push her away. Sorry. Listen, it's not your freaking fault. It's not ours either. If you want to beat yourself up over it, sure, go ahead. But if you're acting like she's dead won't help her feel like less sad or whatever. Ow. Wait. Marina pinches Garin's hand and mouths shut up. But the thing is, I know he isn't wrong. That's just how his world operates. The reality that Garin knows and the Ira that Garin knows. I'd believe the same thing if I were in his shoes. Sadly, it's not the world I live in. There are things I'm allowed and not allowed to do. I'm a swine that wandered out of its pigsty to the grassland. It's not a world that I was ever meant to see. I can enjoy the view and thank almighty heavens for the chance to do so, but I can't call it home. I have to know my place. When a pig frolics through the field, it looks ridiculous. When a pig frolics through the field and the horse lays in a ravine with broken legs, it looks repugnant. Interesting. She's comparing herself to a pig being let out into the field, and she's comparing Ira to a horse whose legs have been shot out from under her. So, I'm lying in a ditch, dying. Interesting. Asya never fails to make me feel concerned for her as somebody who also struggles with self-esteem issues. I see in Asya so much hurt and pain about her own self-esteem and her own self-worth that it's really hard to sit through this visual novel because she's so depressingly upset with herself. But I feel like what we're doing, like I've said before, Asya has created this reality where things work and don't work in a certain way for her because this is the reality that she chooses to believe in. And she's coming to the point where she's needing to face the facts of a reality that she doesn't want to face. She needs to start considering the fact that Ira might not be alive anymore. She needs to start considering the fact that, you know, like Vadim says, or whatever his name is, Garin, whatever, the bully. He's like, you know, if she's dead, then at least she's not suffering anymore, right? And that's one way to look at it, especially when it's so out of your hands after 4 or 5 days of not having any information about her and she's been gone and it's the middle of winter. Like, the chances are that she's dead is very high. But that's not a reality that Asya is willing to face. And it's not a reality that she's willing to let herself believe in. I believe that Asya won't face these kinds of difficulties in reality until she starts to overcome her own issues with her self-esteem and how she views reality and how it's not true. She needs to get a real good dose of a reality check from these other kids. Marina and Garin would be great because it's difficult existing after the loss of somebody. There's definitely a time to grieve. And it's definitely a weird limbo to be in where you're grieving and not grieving at the same time because you don't know what happened to her. And maybe you never will. Maybe you never will know what happened to her. But I don't think Asya is going to have a good conclusion to this story unless she can overcome some of these personal issues she has, especially with reality. I understand what you're saying, Vadim, but it's impossible for me to think like that. Why? You know Ira wasn't very polite to you, or anyone really, so I don't expect you to feel bad. I understand, but I don't know how I'm supposed to live anymore. You didn't even know her that well. That's right. He's absolutely right. Well, isn't this embarrassing? I have no argument. You've done it again, Garin. You've driven me into a corner and now I don't even know how to respond without making myself look like a fool. Feel free to laugh, you've earned it. It's a good one. Come on. Why aren't you laughing? Go back to the theater. What? You heard me. Leave us alone, okay? Right. Whatever. He puts the soda bottle next to me and throws his jacket on. Huh? You're not finishing the film? With a mood like that? I'll pass. Oh no. I'm sorry. Forget it. He walks out into the snow. Marina and I stare at the door in silence. After a couple seconds, Marina picks up the cream soda and takes a big swig. God damn it. She smacks it on the bench the same way a middle-aged man would slam an empty glass of vodka on the table. And here I thought I was onto something. Huh? Forgive me, Asya. I'm an idiot. No, you're not. Don't say that. It's my fault. I shouldn't have dragged everyone out here. No, I shouldn't have reacted like that. I just ruined it for everyone. No, you didn't. I feel the same way. I know it's all stupid. I just thought, wouldn't it be great if I could change something? Or do something that really helped, you know? I knew I had no chance from the start, but I kept telling myself, hey, what if it works? It's dumb as hell. Sorry for pulling you along like that. No, please don't be. I really, even if it turned out like this, I still had fun today. So fun's allowed now? I mean, I'm just messing with you. Marina sighs. She gets up and loosens her ponytail. You're a very forgiving person, Asya. I can't imagine living like that. Please don't get me wrong. It's a wonderful thing. I wish I could forgive myself just easily, but I should have known better. I'm too old to play pretend. She turns to me. You want to go home? Or will you finish the film? I'll go home. Thought so. Interesting. The day that seemed to have gone on forever finally came to a close. That's putting it nicely. It came to a screeching halt. Not that I'm sad. I knew what it was from the start. A nice illusion, a peek at something distant, unattainable, an American film, a dream you'll inevitably wake up from. But did it really have to end that way? If only I didn't get unreasonable. Maybe then? No. The next scene always stays the same, no matter when you cut the one that comes before. We could sit through the movie. We could even go to Z.A.T.O together right after. We could walk all the way around all evening and talk and have fun. But tomorrow, I'll be the same old me. Tomorrow, Garin will be the same old Garin. Tomorrow, he'll find a new reason to make fun of me. Tomorrow, I'll hear the same old jokes from my classmates. Tomorrow, I'll look at the ceiling and pray for Ira to come. She won't. Ira, you probably throw a pebble up to the 5th floor, no problem. Well, maybe not completely without effort, but she threw a chair. That's not as easy to do as it looks, you know? She'd totally win. And then she'd get a free drink from Marina. Oh, what would her favorite flavor be? Maybe, Baikal? I can see that. I like Baikal too. And then we'd all go to the movies. Ira's probably seen a bunch of American films already. I can imagine her going to the cinema all alone. She'd have no qualms about that. Going together would be so much fun. Today's film was hilarious. I bet she'd be laughing all the way through. I'd like to see that. I think I got some snow in my boots. Crud. My fault for coming up with the idea so late. Well, in all honesty, I thought of it when looking down from the roof opposite of Ira's. I just got swept up in the conversation and forgot to share. I also dragged Marina back there after she got noticed would be rather risky. It's nothing I can't handle by myself, though. I don't exactly believe Marina's theory. Even Marina herself never actually believed in it. Frankly, that kind of speculation was plain disrespectful. But even then, there was something I still wanted us to do. Snow piles on fast, so the lines need to be as deep as I can make them. I dig all the way to the ground. As far as legibility goes, nothing beats black text on a pure white canvas. By the time morning comes, it won't look nearly as striking, but it should still be readable. I climb the little play ladder to check if everything's okay. Yeah, should be good enough. Good enough for who? Ira's mother? Yeah, I'm just being tasteless. It's an offensive thing to write, acknowledging that won't make it any better. And I'm not so principled just to erase it. I'm selfish, and I need today to end a certain way. This end makes me content. I climb down from the frozen ladder and head home. She wrote something in the snow. Interesting. A message sprawls across the playground under Ira's window. Are you gonna see it? Switch toy if you're there. Interesting. Game signal B. Interesting. So now we're getting a little tidbit about Ira. So we'll come back to this next time. So this is where I'm gonna end today's episode of Z.A.T.O. I love the world and everything in it. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I really am enjoying it a lot. I think this game is free on Steam, but for a free game or for a cheaper kind of visual novel on Steam, this is very good. And I did notice when I was looking at the Steam page that it does say that it doesn't have any choices, but I think even then, as its own narrative, I think it's still very interesting. And I still think that there's a lot to be said here, especially in regards to Asya and her character. Again, we have this character who is an unreliable narrative. She has these self-image issues, she has the self-esteem issues, she has the self-worth issues, she has this kind of fixed view on reality, and she also is like denying like the real version of reality and everything that's bad just happening because it can, because that's just part of life. She's refusing to accept a lot of that. So again, I don't think that we're going to get very far with Asya until she starts to challenge some of these worldviews that she has about herself and about the people around her. She definitely tends to create realities in her own head, like what kind of soda Ira would like, what kind of movies she would watch, whether she would go to the movies by herself, whether they'd all have fun if they all went out together. Like, she's definitely creating these realities in her head where things are happening, and she's like we saw in the beginning between Ira and Asya, Asya is making herself out to be more of a friend to Ira than I think Ira ever meant for Asya to be. Not that I don't think she would have minded being friends with Asya, but I do definitely think that Ira did not see them as friends when Ira disappeared. So if anything, I think Ira found her to be annoying and perhaps a stalker-ish. So the relationship between Ira and these other characters, and even Asya and these other characters, Marina and Garin specifically, is a very interesting story to be told. And I'm really happy to have getting this chance to play it, especially with you guys, and have such a deep diving talk into a character that I found so interesting. I've never really felt the way I've felt about Asya before, especially with the character that I'm reading or playing as. I can't remember the last time I've ever played with a narrator who is so unreliable, and I don't know. there's a lot to be said here between the relationships between these characters. So I'm excited to finish this out. I don't know how much longer we have. I think we'll probably end up finishing it next time. If not next time, then the time after that. It'll be really close. So hopefully you guys will join me next Friday for more Z.A.T.O. I love the world and everything in it. Next time you can catch me streaming is on Saturday. We are going to be playing Baldur's Gate 3 in the evening. So hopefully you'll join us then for some more Baldur's Gate 3 fun. Like our Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough, we are doing kind of an evil playthrough, so we will be siding with the goblins in the next session. So look forward to seeing us screw everything up in Act 1. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens. I heard that there is a Minthara romance option in the first act if you side with the goblins. I don't know if we'll do that because it is on stream and I don't want to get in trouble, but I do think that would be pretty funny and interesting. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But anyways, we have Baldur's Gate tomorrow, and then we have Homestuck on Sunday. So hopefully you guys will join us for some more fun this weekend. Otherwise, I will see you guys on Tuesday for Mass Effect. And you can also join me on Thursday as well for a new point and click. We're going to be playing Poco, which is a fun point and click about, what is it actually? Hold on. Let me see. Poco, door page. The story of the world's smallest clown who is banished from the circus and finds himself in a mysterious underground full of lost and broken things. So it is a like 2D, 3D hybrid point and click adventure where there's lots of puzzles and stuff like that. The art looks very good, so I'm excited to play it. It should be really fun. It does have a little clown guy in it. He's very cute. It came out 2025, so pretty recently. So yeah, should be very good. We'll play through it. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, so that will be on Thursday. We'll start our new adventure on Thursday. And then Friday will be, of course, more Z.A.T.O. So yeah, if you're looking for what's going to be happening this week or next week, or what's going to be going on in the future for streams, you can check out the schedule tab on the Twitch page, twitch.tv/princessevillan. Go to the schedule tab, hit that, and it will show you everything that we're doing this week, including if we're doing D&D or Baldur's Gate on Saturday, because we do it every other Saturday. And it will also tell you what time streams start in your time zone. So if you're looking to catch a stream, make sure that you're going to the schedule tab and checking that out. Otherwise, if you're just trying to catch as many streams as possible, you can go to the Discord page, which you can find in the About Me section of Twitch or any of the Linktree links. If you go to the Discord and add yourself to the server, you can come be part of the party, hang out with other people that like the Discord and like the streams. You can come hang out with me and Gob and give us tips and ideas for what you want us to see us do as per streams and things like that, as well as give us insight into things that you've thought about as we go through the different games and different webcomics and things like that. I know Homestuck has been very popular, so a lot of people have been sharing things by Andrew Hussey in the chat, and it's been really fun. So if you're interested in becoming a part of the streams and part of the community, I highly recommend you join the Discord. You also get notifications on every time I go live. So if you're looking to catch every stream, being part of the Discord is a great way of doing that. So yeah, otherwise you can go to the VODs channel, youtube.com/@princessevillanvods, and check out the different stream playlists that we have. We have a bunch of different playthroughs of different games, as well as visual novels, some webcomic series, things like that. So if you're interested in checking that out, I highly recommend you do, because they have previous streams on there. They're all free. They're all full-length streams, so you won't be missing a thing, and you can catch up on other things that we have done, other games that we have played, and you can also keep an eye out for games that we are currently playing. Will be showing up on the VODs channel, and future games that we end up playing will also end up on the VODs channel. So if you're looking to catch previous streams so you can't catch them in your time zone, you can go to the VODs channel, go ahead and subscribe, become a part of that community, and then you can watch previous streams that show up on there. They're delayed by a few weeks just because of timing and uploading and everything like that. So the VODs channel is a couple weeks behind what the streams are, so you're not going to be getting anything that's like anything we've done like recently, at least as far as a few weeks. So it'll be a few weeks back, so just a heads up on that. But it is still a great place to go check out other streams and things like that that you've seen, that you want to see. So highly recommend you go do that. But otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody. Have a great evening. I will see you later. Bye, guys. Bye.